Hey everybody, and welcome back. Today we're going to be playing some more Rumble Breach. We've made a couple of changes. So we've gone down a single fatal push, and we cut the Deathrite Shamans, and one Bowmaster, and we've added a third Diabolic Intent, Unearth plus Oracle into the main deck, and this great land here, Shifting Woodland, which has been really amazing against the frog decks and other discard heavy decks. Just getting to 5 mana, being able to turn your woodlands into a breach, and then comboing off from there has been pretty powerful. This has opened up some sideboard slots as well. So we're up to a second Surgical, and we have a Besage You in the sideboard. Everything else is pretty much the same. We were playing around with the numbers of Veils. We went up to 4. We went down to 2 Baubles. Just trying different things out. Trying to hammer the list out for the qualifier. Without much further ado, let's get into some games. Johnny Cat is our opponent. I wonder if they're playing a Johnny. Well, this hand is really good against Boros, and with Thoughtseize / Dragon Rage's Channeler Malevolent Rumbler, we have a decent shot against combo decks. They've mulliganed twice, so very likely to just slam Thoughtseize. I like to check my opponent's library size sometimes because I see some wild numbers. I recently played against a guy playing a 180 card deck. Interesting. Main phase Surveil. Ooh. Okay, so I think the plan is going to be turn 1 Thoughtseize, turn 2 Dragon Rage Bauble, and then have Malevolent Rumble as a follow-up. Grief, Troll, Shieldred. Definitely going to take the Grief. Hope they don't have a Reanimate. Okay, double Swamp Cycle. So I want to get the red-green Surveillance, so I'm not going to be able to play this Polluted Delta. Since I have perfect information, I know that I can play this Dragon Rage's Channeler out without worried about it getting Bowmastered. Creature is Delirium. And then let's see what their top card is. Still looking for quite a few combo pieces. Okay, they draw Fatal Push, which is a little unfortunate. We draw a backup DRC. So they're likely to Surveil, push, pass, and then next turn they'll play Shieldred, depending on what the top card is. Sure. Okay, there's Dark Ritual. 6 cards. We're 14 cards in. This will be 15. And then Malevolent Rumble plus Dragon Rage Channeler looks at I can't actually go off this turn. Okay. Because We don't have enough red and green sources for me to cast Ritual, Rumble, and DRC and play Underworld Breach. So we're just going to lead on Dragon Rage Channeler Breach. Hope to hit Breach, and we do. So assuming Breach is still in our hand on the next turn, we win the game. That is unfortunate, but we're not under any pressure, so let's see what they are drawing next. Malevolent Rumble is basically a tutor. The One Ring. We can beat the One Ring. I can Dark Ritual, play Luris, play Mishra's Bauble, and I don't hate that. This sets us up for a guaranteed I made this mistake in my last game where I Dark Ritual to buy Luris and play Luris, and I didn't leave up enough black sources, so just be cognizant. Alright, and there's a Breach from hand. Cool. I hope they play Shieldred because it'll make comboing so much easier. We've got to mill 37 cards. So Dark Ritual, or Dark Ritual, Unearth, Dragon Rage, Dark Ritual, Unearth, Stitcher Supplier. Okay, my opponent is roping me for some reason. Probably trying to decide what gives them the best odds of winning. Unfortunately for them, yeah. Alright, and my opponent scoops it up. Thank you. Thank you, opponent. You are a real one. And I mean that. That is so much appreciated. My opponent is definitely a reanimate deck, so we'll go ahead and bring in the surgicals. I think Fatal Push is a safe cut. I think Bowmasters is a safe cut. Like, yes, it's good against the ring, but we're not worried about the ring. The thing we worry about the ring is the protection aspect of it. We're not worried about them drawing a couple cards every turn because we're not trying to make the game go long. I could see cutting a lightning bolts, but I think having a removal spell for a grief or something isn't the worst. 61 isn't the worst. I like having a surgical. The thing is, it's like if they have Grief Scam, Grief into Reanimate, they can just take the surgical with the first Grief. So I am going to mulligan. This hand is good. Let's put back basic mountain. Alright. I think I want to get Overgrown Tomb. Obviously, if my opponent doesn't do anything, I can just get my Black-Red Surveil land and then fetch a green source with Bloodstained Mire if I need to cast Veil. And we are Dark Ritual and Stitcher Supplier away from the combo, so... The One Ring, okay. Oh, I think I'll mulligan this land. Okay, and whew, let's play our Dragon Rage Channeler out first. Then we'll Mishra's Bobble. I do need a third land, so I think I'll keep that one on top. Interesting timing on that Swamp Cycle. They're just double Swamp Cycling right now? Okay. That is interesting. Alright, let's get Overgrown Tomb here. And we'll Veil. I'll keep the land. The only thing they can surgical, like, that would affect us at all right now is the Wooded Foothills, and that would be a mild annoyance more than anything. Come on, opponent. Wow. Okay, I did not expect to draw 2 lands in a row after keeping a land on top. There's 3 lands in the graveyard already, so we're up to 8 lands out of 20. Let's... Do I surveil here? Or do I buy Luris? I'm gonna buy Luris just because it's more mana efficient. What to do, opponent? What to do? Evoking Grief. Pitching Grief. Interesting. Do they have a surgical as well? Kind of feels like it. Mm-hmm. Well, we are now playing on hard mode. Hardcast Troll. Well, that is definitely one of the more beatable cards. Somehow did not get freaking Delirium. Okay. So, if I sack, go get Dark Ritual. Then Dark Ritual... No, there's no way. So let's play Luris. They're getting another Dark Ritual next turn. Maybe I should have sacked that on their turn just to hide my next card from a Thoughtseize effect. It would have been a really big deal if I had been able to get in for 3 damage here. Okay, 8 cards in hand. Leyline of the Void. And a Consuming Corruption. Wow. Well, I think we just lost. Oh. Yeah. I thought I boarded in beside you. Okay. No, I'm just dead to the... Okay. I'd like to concede. Thank you. Okay, bring in beside you. I don't think we're supposed to bring in needle for ring. Maybe trim a rumble, a stitcher, and a ritual. Dude. Alright, we'll try that out. Okay, we'll put the surveillant back. Alright, our opponent molds to oblivion in search of a hate piece, I assume, and doesn't find it. Alright, and we're back against Pazel and Dragons. On the play, very lucky. Not a great hand, considering we have both Tendrils and Oracle in hand. So I'm going to take a mulligan. And another mulligan. Okay. This hand is reasonable. With no companion, I think I'm going to ditch Fatal Push and Unearth. So we'll go get our red-green source. And DRC into bubble. Against an unknown opponent, not playing a companion who's mulligan to 5 as well, I think I will keep Thoughtseize. Okay, and they have Brainstorm on top. That's unfortunate. Deathrite Shaman is a bit of a problem. I've never seen Deathrite Shaman in Show and Tell before. Okay. I think we just buy back Luris. If I was going to get an Overgrown Tomb, I should have used the Polluted Delta. So minor misstep. Come on, opponent. I guess we're getting Show and Tell. Show and Told. Teferi, what the?
I can no longer stand by and watch. There was nothing.
Okay. Not sure what they're trying to do here.
be a bad idea.
Like, I've never seen Teferi in a show and tell deck. Alright, so let's start off with a Thoughtseize. Okay. Well, they have no cards. So let's rumble. Rumble in the jungle. We haven't played a land for turn. So let's take Wooded Foothills. Hmm. I can't actually do that. Because then I would... Oh. Okay. No! Jesus, why was it doing that?
That didn't go according to plan.
Okay. Sweet. And we should be able to win from here. Just make sure we sequence things properly. And we win the game. All right. Up against a very different version than typical show and tell. Definitely want Thoughtseize. Definitely want Vexing Baubles. I think we're supposed to keep in the Unearth package. We can take out Bolt and Bowmasters and bring in a Surgical and a Veil. Are we supposed to bring in Abrupt Decay? I don't think so. The only card we have to worry about is Deathrite Shaman. 0 lands, easy mulligan. Lands, interaction. We will keep. I think we put Veil on the bottom. Please no death right, please no death right. Alright. So we'll get Overgrown Tomb here, and this way our woodlands will come into play untapped. Bobble first, so we have a better idea of what to take with our Thoughtseize. Okay. And I think a symbol is just the more powerful spell here. And what I'm leaning towards is casting Dark Ritual after I play a Dragon Rage's Channeler to buy Luris. And that way next turn I can... Okay, and that gives us some insurance against their combo. So let's go with the plan, the aforementioned plan. It does suck giving my Dark Ritual to this Deathrite Shaman. But I think it's worth it to get Luris down next turn. Alright. Yeah, I think that's better in our graveyard than it is in our hand. Luckily they can't block and remove. Looks like they're going to cast Dig Through Time here. Another death right. Well, that is unfortunate. Luckily, we can replay Vexing Bauble with Lurrus. And our opponent scoops it up. Very interesting. They weren't dead there, but we did have, like, we could Thought Seize, and if they, like, respond, we can, like, tutor and then probably go get Stitcher Supplier and then Dark Ritual. It definitely wasn't, like, a win, but we have just enough to, like, get our Storm up to, because we're attacking for 6, so assuming they don't block, like, they're going to 5, so we only need to get a Storm count of, like, 2 to kill them. So, that's a fair concession. Alright, guys. See you guys in the next one.